an Oakland player's hip. Now you see him just kind of lean in. Oh, that's an easy call. I'm impressed with Braun's body control. To avoid contact or draw contact, body control is one of those things you can't teach. Some guys can learn it, sometimes it's just inherent.
First miss for Braun. He's got 7 points, and the Bison match their biggest lead. Reggie Hamilton waiting to come back in as Bader way off again.
And I can understand wanting to play up tempo and take quick shots, but well, you should make sure that they're kind of good shots.
Mike Felt, good look at a three that went halfway down. Valentine with a rebound. Sikora, 7-footer going against Bjorklund, and they throw it away again. That's their first turnover in a while, but that's 6 now on Oakland. Hamilton waiting for a break. Taylor Braun. Bjorklund ties it up with Sikora. And we got a break at 7:57 to go, and NDSU has doubled up Oakland thus far. Lawrence Alexander and Dylan Hale with a couple of three-pointers.
What did they see on TV last night? A hit series on a big-name network. And your ad. With Mid-Continent Business Solutions, businesses of any size can afford to think big with targeted cable advertising. Your ad will appear on the hottest cable channels right alongside last night's big game or season finale. So you'll always be part of tomorrow's talk at the water cooler. Mid-Continent Business Solutions, making your business better.
This presentation from Midco Sports Network is presented by Mid-Continent Business Solutions, making your business better.
Just under 8 to go first half, and North Dakota State sitting on what is its biggest lead thus far. Got the basketball back, new shot clock against the Oakland Grizzlies, the two-time defending champions in the Summit League. Lawrence Alexander gets jumped on by Drew Valentine, and that'll be his second foul.
There you see the adjustment by Oakland. As you see Valentine with a hard show or a hard hedge on the ball screen. While before they were just giving a flat hedge and just giving minimal help, and that's what was allowing Alexander to get into the paint. And they're going to stick it with a trap and force a timeout. Good adjustment there by Oakland. That middle penetration's killing them. And we've talked before about the number of different ways to guard a ball screen.
Well, we got a good look at that trap, and you'd think you could step through that and maybe make something out of it, but they slapped it on hard that time.
Yeah, it all depends on who's guarding your big. And right now, Valentine, who has shown that he's a perimeter defender, guarding Braun for most of the first half, switched over to the big and did the trapping.
How they stand right now, early on here in Summit League play, Oakland and South Dakota State both unbeaten. Oakland goes down to Brookings on Friday night to play the Jackrabbits. South Dakota State taking an IPFW tonight.
Not a lot of easy outs in that conference.
Oral Roberts is the pick to win this year. Oakland right behind them. NDSU in the top 5 with South Dakota State and IUPUI. Trayvon Wright rising up.
Discouraging. That was good defense by Oakland. They've gone small. Having Valentine basically playing the 5 now, which makes them a lot more athletic and quicker defensively. You see this dribble drive motion that's become quite the craze in college basketball.
And has produced a lot of points over the years and this year for Oakland, but so far with just over 7 minutes to play, stuck on 13. The Grizz have turned it over 7 times. They're 4 of 15 from the field. Taylor Braun wide open for 3.
Great job by Alexander. And Oakland defensively there, when you have a guy that's going to use a ball screen, you should always force him to use the ball screen because your help is designed to help off the ball screen.
Right with the block, Alexander to Taylor Braun for 2 more. Braun's got a dozen and a 20-point Bison lead.
And that's about their 14th point off of that's been generated by the defense, either with a turnover or a block shot.
Bass fouled on the 3 by Braun. Just a touch on the left hand.
Yeah, you want to contest those shots, but you definitely, I know coaches say it all the time, you don't want to foul a shooter, especially for 3. And I think we should mention Lawrence Alexander has done great offensively so far, but he's done a nice job since Hale picked up his 2nd foul of controlling Hamilton. I think he still has only scored from the free throw line.
Yep. 4 points for Hamilton.
You got too many monitors and sheets to look at.
First 2 here for Bass as well. Grizzlies have only hit 4 field goals. Hamilton goes out. Travis Bader is back on. And Bass gets all 3.
The other thing we've seen is NDSU's cleaned it up. I think they had turnovers 3 of their first 5 possessions, and they only have 4 now for the whole half.
Trayvon Wright trying to find the range for 3, and another for the Bison, who have hit 4 of 8 3-pointers.
And if he can consistently knock that down, the Bison are going to be pretty tough offensively.
Well, he's got 7. Trayvon Wright, Mike Felth almost with a steal.
See, the Bison are all set, waiting for the penetration.
Rejected again by Wright. Shot clock at 10.
Nice job of covering up. Tough matchup for Bjorklund. But a nice job by his teammates to help him out.
And Bass with his first field goal.
Good recognition.
Oh, and a tough shot that goes for the first 2 of the night for Bjorklund.
Good persistence to get that ball into Bjorklund. Now that Oakland's gone small, they need to exploit that matchup.
Wow, Bass again. He scored 7 straight points for Oakland. But they have not been able to stop North Dakota State at this end. And 1 for Marshall Bjorklund.
That's just solid basketball. You love to see a team that keeps going to something that works. I hate these teams that something works 1 possession and then you never see it for 4 or 5 more possessions. Bjorklund's not the fanciest kid, but his footwork is impeccable on the post. That adds about 3 or 4 inches to a good post player because they can get that extra step and that reach step that makes them a little bit longer.
So 5 straight for Marshall Bjorklund to push the lead back to 21. Sikora, 7-footer back in.
Yeah, can't be said enough with that. We're going to get somebody to cover up Bjorklund down there.
And defensively, like you said, it's either Bjorklund or Trayvon Wright basically waiting under the hoop for this penetration, isn't it?
Yeah. That's just great help defense. Once again, Marshall Bjorklund had to step up the floor to help, but a great job by Lawrence Alexander with that secondary help.
Alexander has handed out 5 assists already. Trayvon Wright hit his last 3, long and strong here. Here's Bader. 4 white shirts, though, quickly back for NDSU. And Travis Bader's got 6 now.
Now, I kind of shrug at that, but that's actually not too bad because you don't want Bader to get a 3 there. But he's shown that he's pretty good off the dribble as well.
Couldn't get a clean catch out at the 3-point line. Had to give it up, and now travel on Trayvon Wright. Southern Utah down in Vermillion tonight in a men's game. South Dakota had that christening into the Summit League here when they had to go to Oakland, play their first ever Summit League game. And
yeah, welcome aboard.
Gave up 101 points. Lucas Perry and Valentine back in, and off the crazy miss, Sikora gets it to go, and 1 for Kyle Sikora. Free throw for the Grizzlies when we come back. NDSU up by 17.
Here on the Northern Plains, things move faster, 10 times faster. While 10 gigabits per second is all you can expect for most telecommunication networks, you can count on 100 gigabits per second with the Northern Plains network from Mid-Continent. Thousands of miles of regional fiber optics with 99.9% uptime and the capacity to handle your needs today and tomorrow. It's why more hospitals, universities, and businesses count on NPNet. And with one call, so can you. Count on it.
Our pregame players to watch tonight. Reggie Hamilton, leading scorer in the Summit League, has been held to 4 free throws so far. And Lawrence Alexander, the freshman for North Dakota State, 5 assists. He's had a ball game almost right there, you know. Sikora's basket, and he got Joel Lindbergh right across the face coming down.
Well, I hate to say it, but that's what he gets for not boxing out.
Fine.
Well,
first 3 of the night for Sikora. NDSU was up 21 a moment ago. 5 straight points here for Oakland. Reggie Hamilton still on the bench. Alexander fortunate to get out of that triple team. And Eric Carlson is on for the first time tonight for NDSU. Gives it up to Bjorklund, swatted by Sikora. Carlson, the senior for North Dakota State, has been out with a broken jaw since November.
Good interior passing.
And a 5-second call on North Dakota State. 6 turnover. In Brookings tonight, South Dakota State men leading at the half.
I wonder if Hamilton didn't get banged a little more severely when he was fouled by Lindbergh that time. He hasn't been back in the game since then, I don't believe.
Came back shortly, and then he went right back out. Valentine gives it up to Sikora, and Kyle Sikora now with 5 straight points for Oakland to get him back within 14.
He switched into a little 1-2-2 or 3-2 zone. See if they can't slow down this half-court offense of NDSU.
Three for Braun is good, and North Dakota State has hit 5 of 10 from long range, and that is 15 now for Taylor Braun.
Yep.
Bass carried it, and that is turnover.
Now, officials will let you get away with that sometimes, but when you gain an advantage by turning the ball over like that, it's kind of their onus that they have to make that call.
Turnover number 9, Oakland. After that last shot by Sikora, now at 39%. Carlson underneath.
Good activity by Carlson, running that short baseline corner. See him get underneath the defense. It's a great place to attack a zone. Get under that defense and kind of roam in what we call that short corner. And kind of bailed out Trayvon there. Trayvon left his feet with nowhere to go, and Carlson worked to the open spot.
Carlson, one of 2 seniors on the roster, and he's been out since November 1st